right, so in this problem, Mark is buying a home for $410,000. He's making a 20% down payment and financing the rest with a 20-year loan at 5% interest. What will his total payment for the home be? Remember, we talked about after you pay off the loan, the bank charges you to use that money. It's called interest. And so you end up paying more for the home than the purchase price. So let's look at how much Mark actually ends up paying for this house. First, we need to find out how much does he actually borrow. So we're going to do that just like we did the last problem. How much does he borrow? And so first we're going to find out how much down payment was there. How much down payment? So I'm going to take the purchase price of the house, which is $410,000, and I'm going to multiply that times 0.2 because he paid 20% down. Okay, so I'm going to put that in my calculator, 410,000 times 0.2, and I find that he had a down payment of $82,000. Not bad, Mark. All right, so now how much did he borrow? I'm going to switch colors to do that. All right, so that was step one. Step two, how much did he borrow? Now that I know that, I can find out how much he borrowed. All right, so we're going to take the total price of the house, which was $410,000, and we're going to subtract his down payment from that, which was $82,000. So I'm going to stick that in my calculator. 410,000 minus 82,000, and I get $328,000. All right, so that's how much he borrowed. All right, the next thing I need to do is I need to know how much he's going to end up paying each month on his loan. So I'm going to switch colors again so you can see step 3 here. Step 3 is, what's his monthly payment? What was his monthly payment? All right, so I'm going to take that $328,000, which was how much he borrowed, and I'm going to turn that into how many thousands did he borrow. So I'm going to divide that by 1,000, which is the same as moving that decimal 3 places. So I find he borrowed 328 thousandths, because when I go to look at the table, it's by thousands. How many thousands does he borrow? Okay. So then I'm going to go over here to my table, and I know that he has a 20-year loan at 5%. So I'm going to go to my 5% row here and my 20-year column here, and I'm going to find that he pays $6.60 per thousand per month. So I'm going to put 6.600, and I got that value from the table. So now I'm going to do 328 times, boy, there's a lot of steps to this problem, 6.6. And I find that his monthly payment is $2,164.80. Okay, so if they'd asked me monthly payment, I'd be done right there. But that's not what they asked me. They asked, how much does he pay for the house over the life of the loan? So now I have to figure out how many payments. How much does he repay? This is step 4 over here. How much does he repay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the payment amount, times the number of payments. So we said that the payment amount was that $2,164.80. And we're going to multiply that times the number of payments he makes. Well, he makes one payment per month for 20 years. So I'm going to say 20 years times 12 months. And that tells me that he made 240 payments. If he made 12 payments a year for 20 years, I'm going to do 20 times 12 to find that he made 240 payments. And then I'm going to multiply those together. Times 240 tells me that he paid back $519,500 $552 in loans. Okay, that's how much he repaid on his loan. Now remember, he only borrowed $328,000, but he had to pay back $519,000. Remember, that's that interest kicking in. Now we have one last step here. And that last step is I have to add his down payment back in to see how much the total cost of the house was. So I'm going to add his down payment back in. I'm trying to look for a color I haven't used yet. How about blue, red, purple? How about some orange? All right, so now I'm going to add that to his down payment, which was $82,000. And when I add those two together, plus 82,000, I find that he paid back $601,552, this answer choice here, on a house that only cost $410,000. Hopefully that'll help you see how much interest costs you, and the less you have to borrow, the better off you are. All right. Have fun with that one.